Hello, welcome to this new Back on Track series. The song's going to be called Littleland, and it's got a really special place in my heart, this piece of music. I wrote it on the 27th of January 2003. I only know that because I went back into the pool earlier to have a look at all of this yellow stuff you see, all of the guitar parts. This was the first time I ever wrote a piece of music where I just layered really, really simple single ideas on top of each other to generate a piece of music. It's about a minute long. Since that day, when I wrote all of this stuff, I've not done anything to it since. It's been sat there completely unused, but I absolutely love it. I really hope it works out well and that I can make a good song out of it. Anyway, let's listen to the minute of music that we've got so far. So one of the biggest challenges, as always is the case, when you come back to a piece of music that you wrote ages ago, I can't recreate these sounds. They're pretty much locked in. And if they're good enough, that's fine, but sometimes they're not going to be. So because that's absolutely brutal, I've just cut it short. I don't know whether or not I can go back into the original WAV files and, reconstruct these things to the point where they've got some tail. That's one of the challenges, whether or not to re-record all of this stuff. I think the bass is massively hummy and will have to be re-recorded. Yeah, it's just colossal amounts of hiss, and it was recorded as a stereo track. And it's so simple. I mean, it's like, must have been imbued with the spirit of Roger Waters that day. It's like, careful with the axe, Eugene kind of thing. The drums, I always say this, don't I, with the drums, a placeholder, just a really, really simple line that just completely stays out of the way. But I kind of like them for that. They're not trying to do anything dramatic. The snare flams are probably too much. See if we can, yeah, that's maybe just too much there. I might pull that down a little bit. But this was a real watershed moment, realizing that I didn't have to play complex stuff. I could play single notes and try to make them sound good. And that was all it took on that take. And over the course of the day, just the most joyous day. I remember it like it was yesterday. 18 years ago, it really doesn't matter. Those of you who are watching who aren't quite so wizened as me, let me assure you 30, 40 years can go by and yet it's still possible to remember a day like it was yesterday. This was 18 years ago and I remember exactly where I was sat. I remember how the room looked. It was just a really fabulous moment, and I'm really surprised that I've never got around to actually doing anything with it. This is a perfect example, until I started this YouTube channel, of the kind of stuff that I would write and then just leave completely to one side. So now it's going to get turned into a song. I only named it today. For the last 18 years, it's been called Guitar 1. That was the name of this piece of music in my archive folder. Never even got round to naming it. How mean is that? So hopefully you'll enjoy the journey too. These Back on Track series are the be all and end all as far as I'm concerned. All of the other stuff that I do on my channel all funnels into this. I want to write music, and everything else that I do is with the purpose of trying to make this process easier and better. Hope you enjoyed my little ditty. If you did, please hit the like button. If you check out my Patreon link below, that's a great way to support me and my channel if you like the stuff that I do. Hope to see you for the next episode. Thanks a lot for watching.